Recently, there have been a few Battlegrounds games spouting up featuring characters from Chainsaw Man. These games, like my own, have joined the hustle to make a Battlegrounds game about an IP that literally none of us own. Take Eternal Battlegrounds, a promising Battlegrounds game which features characters spanning several different anime series, including Chainsaw Man, created by the same guy who made YBA, which for those of you who don't know, is a very popular fighting game which actually precedes the current Battlegrounds game formula. But well, it wasn't really well received. Another game, which has yet to release, called Chainsaw Shenanigans, is another Chainsaw Man themed Battlegrounds game, which also happens to be literally a straight up clone of Jujutsu Shenanigans, which some people really aren't a fan of. And then finally, there's my game, which doesn't attempt to rival these games, as that was never my intention. My goal was to bring something new to the table, and that being the idea of the interchangeable movesets, aka the transforming mechanic. So for those of you who may not know, this is not Chainsaw Man's Awakening. It's simply a stronger moveset which can be used in combination with the weaker moveset to create more strategic and nuanced gameplay. So do I think that these games will be the end of Devil Battlegrounds? No, because you really can't compare those games to mine, because they're completely different. Anyways, welcome to Devlog 5 of my game, Devil Battlegrounds. It's almost been a month since I published an update to the main game, and trust me, I've been waiting a long time to publish an update. So in this video, hopefully you'll understand why it took me so long to actually make this update. So, what have I been up to this whole month? Well, I again have been improving the combat and a whole lot of behind the scenes stuff, but there's also a bunch of cool stuff that I added in this update, such as all new VFX, some even created by me, sound effects, and more. Like, check out these improvements on Spin Rush. Pretty cool, am I right? But I couldn't have made this move as cool as it is by myself. For those of you who don't know, this move was actually animated by the talented MJJBA. Sound designed by Nero, who also works on other great games such as Heroes Battlegrounds, and some VFX such as the ground particles were made by Insomniac. Thank you to you guys for making the game just that much more cool. By the way, if you're interested in the game, contributing to it, or you just want to be a part of the channel's community, then please consider joining my Discord server, which will be linked in the description. There's also some really cool new finishers in the game. However, I'm gonna actually let you all experience those on your own. But to give credit where credit is due, the Barrage and Axis Ult finishers were animated by JR Players, and the Devastating Blow and Spin Rush finishers were animated by MJJBA. Once again, Nero was the one to create all of the sound effects for them. I seriously cannot overstate how talented these people are. And it sounds like making this update was smooth sailing, right? Well, no. Making an update for any kind of game is like really hard because it comes along with its own plethora of bugs, some funny and some which just make me want to rip my hair out. For example, I created a bug so utterly abysmal that you were able to control other players' moves.
Wait, I'm controlling Daniel, I'm controlling Daniel!
Bro, you just suck.
What happens if they overlap?
You just suck, bro.
You just suck.
Look at
This guy's just terrible.
What?
This guy's terrible.
You just suck, Daniel. Liam is literally doing nothing, bro.
Yo, get me, bro. Oh, come on, get me.
Aww. What are you doing, bud?
Oh, I'm stuck emoting.
Wait, I'm stuck as well. I can't do Wait.
I was in a vegetative state. Pretty weird, right? And you'd probably think that there was a huge, complicated mess of code that I had to fix, right? It was one line. This bug was so funny to me though that I actually made it its own admin command, and honestly, it's so stupid. Now, moving on, Devil Battlegrounds has received some criticisms, namely the speed of the M1s, which I've tweaked so many times that it's literally driving me insane, which is probably a good time for me to say that if you're a developer, you don't have to actually listen to everyone's suggestions because, well, most of them outright suck. But you know what? I'll humor some of these horrible suggestions, starting with faster M1s. All right, let's make this game a little bit more balanced. All right, let's just tack on a few zeros there. Don't want to forget this, because then it would be a little slow. Okay, yeah, let's just test how that works. Could also turn off cooldowns, because that would help. Okay, all right. Oh, yeah, that's balanced, yeah. Another suggestion that I get is to make players be able to be downslammed while ragdolled. So for the hell of it, let's add this as well to our hypothetical version of Devil Battlegrounds. All right, so we're just gonna comment that line out. It should be pretty good. Let's try this. Oh, I gotta turn the cooldowns off. Oh, you know what? If I do this. Oh yeah, I think it really gives Denji the combo potential that he needed. That's a really good feature. Anyways, I love all your guys' suggestions. Let me know in the comments whether you'd like to see a video where I cover your guys' ridiculous ideas. Now then, this doesn't seem like a month's work, right? Well, the reason for that is because most of the time went into changing something that most of you really wouldn't think of. And of course by that, I mean the UI. So what changed? For one, there is an entire new inventory menu where you can see all your owned cosmetics and now titles. That's right, Devil Battlegrounds has titles, and for those of you who contributed to the game, you actually get your own special title depending on what you've done for the game. Devil Battlegrounds also now features a settings menu, which includes a mobile layout editor, preference settings, and also the new spot for the contributors list. But I've also added some pretty interesting things in the settings menu as well, such as a way to enter codes. Because recently, Devil Battlegrounds hit 100k visits, there's actually a code out right now which you can find on my Twitter account, or X if that's what you want to call it. And look at this, yup, I've finally added kill sounds to the game, so now you can finally troll your friends with ear-piercingly loud sounds when you die or kill someone else. Personally, my friends love the kill sound that I chose.
And bro, still marking.
See, that's the annoying bro.
What?
So,
Bro,
what is it, bro?
What?
The sound.
You don't like the sound?
No?
But I chose it just for you. I thought you'd like it.
Yeah, I know.
The leaderboard has now also been reworked, and now the monthly kill leaderboard actually works. But good luck beating me. No, I'm just joking. This is actually only for the test place and not the actual live leaderboard. Don't worry, number one, you haven't been beaten yet. Additionally, you won't be able to see the leaderboard through your character like you could before. And for those of you still watching, I'm sorry if talking about bugs and UI is not terribly interesting, but this is all stuff that I really had to do eventually, so I thought, you know, why not just knock it out now? I've also added emote together, which is only available for like one emote right now, but because emotes can now actually execute their own code, that means that in the future, emotes will be able to have their own props or custom functionality in it. And yes, I know it's nerdy, but those are the things that make programmers like me excited. Lastly, I've created the code required to be able to switch characters in-game, which means that I can now finally get to work on the second character in Devil Battlegrounds, Power. And for those of you wondering, no, I did not forget about the Chainsaw Man Awakening. It's just still in the works, so please be patient. Honestly, I've done so much this month that there's probably some stuff I forgot to talk about, but it also probably wasn't too major. Unless it was, let me know in the comments. But that's also just kind of a byproduct of not properly logging your updates. So don't be like me in that sense. But setting that aside, if you enjoyed today's video, then please consider liking this video or subscribing to the channel, as honestly, any interaction on this video helps spread our community to new people who may really want to see a Chainsaw Man Battleground game. But with that being said, I'll see you all in the next devlog.